Discrediting the far right is extremely important. The political left must effectively communicate the detestable nature of far-right politics. This is an absolute imperative. If we do not defeat the far right, this world will be subject to depravity and inhumanity on an immense scale. We must not wait for the far right to grow powerful. We must kick them into the dirt every time that they try to get up. We must kick them into the dirt every time that they think of trying to get up. Wait for them to grow powerful, and you may just have condemned yourself to a mass grave. A dangerous enemy must be defeated without a hint of hesitation or mercy. One can either be ruthless, or one can regret not being ruthless. The far right wish to let loose unspeakable evil. We must defeat them. We must make sure that they remain defeated. How do we go about doing this? How can we make the far right look evil? This is not difficult, and it is important that people know that the far right is evil. However, we should focus less on making the far right look evil, and more on making the far right look stupid. Evil can be portrayed as hard, rational realism. Stupidity cannot be. Make the right wing look evil, and they will play this off as being cold, calculated, hyper-rational realists. Make the right wing look stupid, and they have no such option. Immorality can be portrayed as a ruthless, cold, calculated, and hyper-rational. Idiocy cannot be. Do not let them portray themselves as hard realists and pessimists. Portray them as irrational idiots, because that is what they are. Many people are fine with being exposed as evil and immoral. Nobody wants to be exposed as stupid. Nobody wants to be regarded as a mindless idiot. If given the opportunity, the far right will portray themselves as cold, calculated, highly logical realists. Do not give them that opportunity. Immorality is idiocy. Immorality is illogical and indefensible. Immorality is irrational. If you are going to call them evil, connect the dots. Emphasize the idiocy of evil. We must repeatedly remind people that evil is irrational, illogical, and idiotic. Do not give the far right the opportunity to portray themselves as cold, hard realists. Portray them as stupid. Portray their worldview as mindless and idiotic. Their worldview is mindless and idiotic. Point out the reality, and do so without mercy. We must emphasize that immorality is idiocy. Immorality is not highly rational realism. Immorality is irrational and indefensible. We must make sure that people understand that immorality is irrational, illogical, and indefensible. Do not give the far right an opportunity to portray themselves as highly rational pessimists and followers of realism. Let's portray them as the idiots that they are. Let's remind people that the far right is not simply immoral. The far right is irrational and illogical, incoherent and idiotic.